Hi, in this video, we'll see array list example. So in our previous video, we discussed about array list in theoretically important points, how you need to create array list, what are the constructors available in array list, all these things we discussed. So in this, we will see with the help of one example, we'll understand everything. Okay, so let me go to Visual Studio Code. So here, first, we need to initialize array list. For that, array list al is equals to new array list. Okay, so this is how we need to initialize an array list, right? So now we'll go to the command prompt. I'll try to execute this. Okay, so we'll try to execute this. I'll try to compile this. Java C arraylist demo.java. You see that cannot find symbol. Arraylist al initial what it is saying, class arraylist location class arraylist demo cannot find symbol. It is saying cannot find symbol. The reason is, so we already discussed, it is arraylist is available in java.util package. So we need to import that. Okay, import java.util.star. Okay, so then if you try to compile now, you see that no errors, right? So this is how you need to implement, you need to import the java.util package to work with array list. So now I created. Now what I need to do, I need to add elements or objects to this. Okay, to this array list. How you do that? We have one of the methods called al.add. Add is a method. So I'll add Java. Okay, so al.add, I will add one character A. al.add, what is that? One integer 10. al.add one boolean value true. Okay, so heterogeneous objects can be added to the array list that we discussed, right? So because of that, I am adding different type of elements: one string, one character, one integer, one boolean, right? So how you will come to know that whether it is perfect and now all the elements are added to this array list. So array list can be represented like how in the square bracket. Okay, inside this you will find the objects. So obj1 comma obj2 comma etc, something like that. It will show on the console. Okay, so let me try to print this. System.out.println al. Just I am printing this object. Okay, so let me go back here and let me execute this directly. Okay, I'll remove the C. Execute. You see that Java A10 true in the square bracket, right? What it printed here, this is what it printed. You see that Java A10 true. How, which order you mentioned? The first Java, then A, then 10, true. True means the insertion order is preserved, right? The same order how you added, it added to the array list, right? That is called insertion order preserved. So now this is one way, right? This is using normal collection method add, but in the array list you have one more add method. So add elements using index, right? That is what we have seen in our previous video. Index is very important array list. So al.add. So in the 0th index, I'll add first simply. Okay, so now I will try to print this. Okay, I will try to print this. So what happens here in the first position? zeroth index first will come. This will move to the next, right? It will shift to the next index. So if I execute, I need to get the first Java A10 true. You see that? First Java A10 true. That is how it added at the 0th index. This way you can add the elements to your array list. Okay. So now I'll give a space here. Now what method we can see? Another way means add all method we'll see. Means another array list I will add. So for that, first I need to create array list, right? Array list AL1. Okay. New array list. Right. For this, I'll add AL1.add. What is that? I simply say put ABC. Random string dot add PQR. Something like that. I added 2 elements to this. Okay. So now what I'll do, add all method, right? So add multiple elements. This is what add all. Add multiple elements. For that, I'm using another array. So what I'll do here, AL dot add all of AL1. This is what, right? So collection I'm adding. So now I'll try to print again AL. Okay. I'll try to print again this AL. So now for this AL object, we added AL1 object. So at a time ABC PQ are added. So where it will add, we will see. Okay. At the end, it will add. You see that? First Java 10 A10 true till here, and another array list I added. It added at the end. So that is what the behavior. Right. This is how it will add. Add all method will work. Add all multiple elements. Multiple means at a time I ABC PQ are added to this array list. Okay. So now what we can see, access elements. Okay, I want to add particular element, access or get elements. So how you can add get that one? So system dot out dot println AL dot, we have one of the methods called get. So using the get, I need to provide the index. So I'll say third index value. Okay. In the third index, what is there? 0, 1, 2, 3. So it has to give me the output as 10. Okay. I'm accessing the element using index. So if I try to execute this, the last output is using 10. Right. So you can mention what index you want, in which index element you want. You just mention that in the get method. So that's simple it is. So after that, change elements, change or update. Okay, update elements. What is that method we have? We have set method, AL dot set. And what are the parameters you need to pass? In which index value you need to change? I want to change the 0th index value from first to start. Okay, I just changed what? The 0th index value is what? First. Now I'm replacing first with start. Okay, so let me execute this and see the output. You see that previously it is first. After set method, it changed it to start. The remaining elements are same, but it is updated. The 0th index value is updated with the help of set method. Okay, that is the usage of set method. So remove elements. You can remove the elements, right? So what I'll do, AL dot remove. So which element I want to remove? You need to provide the index. So as I already recently added this first start at 0th index, I will remove. Okay, I will remove 0th index I will print again. Okay, I'll print again. So previous output is what? This one. So previous output is this one. So here, what it has to do, this start should be removed. It has to print from Java only. The reason is 0th index value I removed. I'm expecting this output. Okay, so execute this, and you see that start removed, and the last is Java A10 true ABC PQR. Right, this element is removed with the help of remove method, and I'm providing the index 0th index value element I want to remove. I removed. Okay, so now after remove elements, I need to get the size of my array. Okay, size of my array list. So system.out.println al.size. Right, that's it. Al.size. What is the size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it has to print 6. Size of my array, current array list is 6. So let me execute this, and we see the output. You see that 6. So right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements inside this array list. Because of that, size is getting 6. Right, I'm expecting the 6. I got the 6. So after that, whether this array list contains particular element or not, contains element. Right. For that, what it will return, contains means it will return true or false. So system.out.println al dot contains what element I can check. I'll check Java. Java is there inside this array list or not. So it has to print true. Okay, it has to print true. The reason is this contains Java. Okay, so if I try to execute the same thing, it has to print true last. You see that? True. And if it is not there, okay, if the element is not there, I'll just give Python. Simply I'll give Python, which is not there in the array list. So it will return false. Obviously it will return false. Let me execute and see. Last output will be false. You see that? False. So this is how contains will work. Contains means whether a particular specified element is there inside that list or not. Okay, contains element. So E is empty, whether my array list is empty or not. So this also returns what? It is also returns Boolean. Al dot is empty. Whether this array list is empty? No, right? We have 6 elements inside that. So it will return false, obviously. Right? Al dot is empty means my array list is not empty. It has 6 elements. We have seen the size, right? So if it is not empty, then it will return false. So let me execute and see. The last output should be false. You see that? False. This is for previous element contains or not. This is for what? Empty or not element. So false. So it is not empty. It has some elements. Right. So then what we can see here, one more method. Yeah, index of particular element. So index of particular element. So first we'll see add duplicate elements. Okay, add duplicate elements. Right. So add duplicate elements. al.add. Again, I will add 10. 10 already there. Okay. So I'll try to print the array list. Simply printing. Okay. Simply I'll print. I'll see what is the output. So it has to accept duplicate value, right? So I should have 2 10 values inside that. You see that 10 here, 10, the last element also 10. So the moment when you add, it will be added at the end, right? So this is how here and the last element. The duplicates are allowing. Now what I'll do, index of. Okay, index of index of. So how we can write this is, sorry, again, system dot out dot println. So index of al dot index of which element? 10. Okay, this element, 10 element index. What is that? It will give me first occurrence, right? First occurrence. Okay, then 0, 1, 2. It has to give me the index 2. The object 10 index is 2. So if I try to execute this now, the last value should be 2. You see that? 2. So index of particular object inside this array list, it will print, it will give me in the form of what? Integer. Okay. Now, I want to print all the values one by one. Now I'm printing all the values at a time. Right, I want to print Java A 10, true, ABC, PQR 10, something like that I want to print. So we said some cursors are available, right? Right, iterators. So cursors print values one by one using list iterator. Okay, list iterator. So we'll see that. So what is that? List iterator. Okay, so you need to create an object, list iterator. Iterator is equal to al dot list iterator. So it should be small, it's a method. So list iterator, right? So on this we need to iterate through. So I'll use while iterator dot, one of the methods called has next. If it is has next element, print that next element. Okay, so system dot out dot println iterator dot next. Okay, inside this array list, if it has next element, print the next element. To verify whether next element is there or not, that method is has next. So it will return Boolean value. If it is true, inside that go, and to print that next element, the method is next element. That's it. Okay, now it will print Java 10, A 10, true, ABC, PQR 10, one by one. Okay, so let me execute this. You see that Java A, 10, true, ABC, PQR 10. So one by one element again. So with the help of for loop, for each loop also, you can print. But here my intention is you can use cursors to print one by one. So instead of this, you can use for loop, for each loop also. Right, no problem. And next, what we can discuss, contains all. Contains all. So contains all means what you need to provide another collection object. What I have collection object AL1, right? So system dot out dot println array list dot contains all of AL1, right? In the AL1, what we have, this is separate array list we created with ABC and PQR. These elements are present, contains this array list, right? These are contains. We only added using add all method. So it has to print true, right? AL contains all AL1. So whatever the elements inside the AL1, the same elements contains in the AL also, right? So then it has to print true. Let me execute. The last value should be true. You see that? True. The reason is AL1 contains what? In the starting we created one more. You see that AL1. AL1 contains what? ABC, PQR. These elements are there inside the AL object, array list object. Yes. ABC, PQR. So because of that, it contains this collection. So because of that, it is returning true. So now al dot remove all. Okay, so we use remove all. So al dot remove all of, I need to provide the collection. What is that? al1 I'll remove. Okay, al1 I will remove. System dot out dot print is that. Now you try to print the array list. Now what we removed from this al1 objects means abc pqr I removed. Okay, abc pqr it should not print now. So you try to execute this. You see that here we have abc pqr. After remove all, you see there is no abc pqr. We have only java a10 true 10. Right, only these elements. It removed abc pqr. The reason is al1 contains these two values. It removed. Okay, then obviously the output is what? The remaining elements. Okay. Now one more clear method. So clear will clear all the elements. It's remove all the elements. Okay. Al dot clear. So it will clear all the elements. If you try to print, okay, if you try to print this al, now I do not have any elements. I do not have any elements. So empty array list means only square bracket. Inside that you do not have any elements. It will print like this, these brackets. Okay. So let me execute this now. You see that last one, empty braces means it removed all the elements inside this. Because of that, it became empty. Right, it will clear all the elements from the array list. Okay, so these are all the methods available in where? Right, these are all available in the array list. So we have seen almost all the frequently used methods. So what we have seen? We have seen add method. We have seen add with index. Okay, add multiple elements. So we have used get method to access. We updated, changed it using set method. We removed elements using index. We got the size of the array list using size method. We are verifying whether the particular element is there or using contains method. We verified whether the array list is empty or not. We added duplicate elements. We get the index of a particular element, and we iterated through using the cursors, and we printed all the elements. We verified contains all means other collection is available in this array list or not. So we removed the array list. Okay, array list means another collection. Okay, so with as an example, I took array list. So I removed all the elements using clear method. So it is empty now. Right, we have seen all the frequently used important methods inside array list. Okay, so that's all in this video. So before closing, what could be the possible interview questions from here? So what is an array list? The very frequent question means, if when they want to ask, they can simply ask what is array list. We in detail discussed in our previous video. If you did not watch, you go and watch that video. I explained in detail. So example for array list. So we have seen all the methods which are there inside the array list. We took one example. We have seen all the methods with an example. Okay, so that's all in this video. Thank you.